The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Open Friday, the one and only talk show bringing the flavor of the Bronx and the world of New York straight to you. I'm Rina Valentin, your host y Café con Leche for the next hour. Let's take a glimpse into today's show. First up, the Open Weekend Preview suggests a variety of exciting events for you to explore. Then the International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival is back, and founder Veronica Caicedo is here with some very special guests. We'll talk to director Lorena Gordon about some times like these. And after that, to the sports roundup with Bobby C. follows. And we round up the show with a jukebox romance, a rock band, that is. So stick around. All this is heading your way because now we are officially open. Once again, and welcome to Open Friday. I'm Rina Valentin, your host, y Café. Oh my goodness, I'm going to forget my own title. Café con Leche this morning, that's right. I am a little tongue-twisted with the fact that we are actually going to invite you to join us on Twitter, right? Twitter at BronxNet TV. Like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, don't forget to follow moi on FB and Twitter at Rina Valentin. Let's be friends. And, well, now it's time to check out some exciting things happening around the city in our Open Weekend Preview. 9, 8, 7. First up, the Art of Seduction Expo for all adults ready to spice things up. Recent Open guest Monica S. Martinez takes on the role of teacher at this tantalizing event happening Saturday, November 9th at 5 p.m. Masquerade masks are required to enter, and they're actually featuring Emma Lias, the Forbidden Angel book, Krista Reso, Tamara Saliva, and Giselle Belly Dance, NYC, along with some additional special guests and surprise guests. And there will also be some vendor shopping, pole dancing lessons, woohoo, erotic poetry, and more. Sounds super exciting. Are you ready for that? Woo! Once again, that's happening Saturday, November 9th, 5 p.m. Tickets available, but going fast online at Eventbrite. For more details, you can check out facebook.com/Tantalizing Productions. Next, Style Wars 2, the legendary documentary from 1983, will be screened, followed by a panel discussion. The directors will also be in attendance, and that is happening Saturday, November 9th at 7 p.m. at the Bronx Documentary Center, which is located at 614 Cortlandt Avenue at 151st Street in the Bronx. And you can also visit bronxdoc.org. That would be bronxdoc.org for more details. And finally, the Johnson Avenue Block Festival. The Kingsbridge, Riverdale, and Van Cortlandt Development Corporation is putting on a great community festival Sunday, November 10th. The Johnson Avenue Festival will take place at 235th and 236th Streets in Riverdale, and that's November 10th from noon to 4 p.m., which is a very short time, so make sure you get there early enough for maximum fun, that is. And for more about the event, you can go to krvcdc.org. And that is what we have for you this weekend, so be sure to get out and explore. And now, well, we turn to DJ Vince Bracey in the house. And, Vince, it's actually Restaurant Week in the Bronx. And, I just want to make sure you're checking out some of those local Bronx hotspots, right? To savor those palates, So, have you been checking out any hotspots?
Now that I know that it's definitely Savor the Bronx Week, I most likely will.
All right, so how about this? What is something that you've never tried that you would like to try?
Well, I know they offer, because of the whole Restaurant Week, I know they offer different types of food, American, Asian. They even offer health food, Italian food. I'm looking forward to trying some French.
French?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know they have a nice, different kind of taste. So I might try some French food. I don't know. I know if you go to ilovethebronx.com, it has the list of the websites, and also you can get coupons for some of the different restaurants promoting business in the Bronx. But I think French might be something that I might try out.
Last week, I actually was eating at this Vietnamese place right here on Kingsbridge Road. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's actually one of my favorite spots because they make this amazing soup bowl that it was actually nice to see that there was a tour bus that actually brought them in.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they must be hearing about it from all over.
Right. Well, Savor the Bronx seems to have kicked in, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, and the fact that we have all this variety right here in the Bronx, I think it's safe to say that you guys should definitely check out ilovethebronx.com so that you can actually see the variety that's right here. And like he said, there's all these discounts going on, and the idea is that you don't really have to leave the borough to enjoy the diversity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Show people what we got going on in the Bronx, especially like I said, health food, seafood, Italian, Latin food. They got everything.
Yeah. Latin food is I do that at home. It's all about trying something different, right?
Most definitely.
I mean, of course, you can always go, for the usual, if that's, what rocks your boat. Is the arroz con pollo. It's a classic, rice and chicken. But however, it's really, I think it's important to just really explore and experience other people's cultures, and through food is really the best way to even find that similarity in flavor or not, spicy food, really seasoned food, Caribbean foods. It's very interesting, from a Caribbean perspective, even though, you have all these different islands, there's always certain foods that they always have a similar flavor, no matter where it is that it's coming from, or that they have a similar dish. Mm-hmm. Yesterday I was eating at a restaurant, and I tried this, it was the most interesting thing. It was like a green shrimp, and I know. I was like, green shrimp, and the truth is I was just experimenting, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. It's green. It looked like
try something new.
It looked like a wasabi pea, Okay. But it wasn't. It was shrimp, but I didn't even know it was shrimp until after I put it in my mouth. I was like, oh, well, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Mm-hmm. And it was just so great. I mean, it was very spicy, but it's just being daring. It's just exploring and stepping out of the box and stepping out of your comfort zone to actually go out and explore. So What are some of the restaurants that are listed there?
Some of the restaurants I have under American food, I have places like the Bronx Beer Hall, which is on Arthur Avenue. I also have under Asian food, I have Cité, which is on Alexander Avenue. For French, I'm going to have to check this out, Bistro SK. It's in City Island. And then also in City Island, one of my favorite places, the Lobster Box for seafood.
The Lobster Box.
The Lobster Box.
Yeah, you look like a lobster box.
That's my spot.
Who doesn't like lobster?
Exactly.
It's just not good to go on a date with. But it's a little sloppy, just a little. You got to wear bibs and things of that nature. Ooh, that's really attractive. However, the idea is to just get out and explore. Thanks, Vince. It's nice to have our chat.
No doubt.
All right, and make sure you get out and eat. I know I'm going to make sure I get out and eat. Yeah. All right, once again, don't forget that Savor the Bronx is going on right now as we speak. It started, it kicked off. So make sure you go to ilovethebronx.com for all the details. And it's actually happening until November 15th. Savor the Bronx. When we come back from the break, we'll discuss the International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival Festival here on Open. But first, let's take a peek at what's coming up on Rena Gets Lean.
Nice and refreshing.
Today's healthy habit to form: eat at least one type of green vegetable daily. Spinach, collard greens, kale. It'll help with regularity.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Maybe he's really focused.
Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today.
Hello and welcome back to Open. November is Puerto Rican Heritage Month, and now, in its third year, the International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival is celebrating by highlighting the richness of Puerto Rican descendants in the film industry. Please welcome a founder of the festival and dear friend of mine, Veronica Caicedo, along with three outstanding filmmakers. Hello, ladies. Hello. But, yeah, we're going to begin with you, of course. Thank you so much for being here again.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your third year, because I'm sure this is not an easy task.
Can I breathe?
You're just going to sit there with a smile. And the festival hasn't even started. Just share what this feels like for you. Give us a little history about what inspired you to do it and what it feels like to be in your third year.
It's an amazing just growth in the festival itself. We have over 50 films, 54 films to be exact. It's something that I, being a filmmaker, being a director, coming from theater and crossing over into the film, it's something that I feel for myself, giving the opportunity of other independent filmmakers and artists in general, where generally they don't have a chance to put their work out there. Well, here I am giving that opportunity, like myself.
And what's really interesting about it, well, you have a really huge variety this year. I mean, I don't know, you guys have to go to this website to see all the options of films that I think she's like putting up in like a matter of weeks' time. Maybe not even a full week.
It's
like
5 days.
5 days.
5 days.
Work weekdays, right? So
Wednesday through Sunday.
Right, Wednesday through Sunday, but what I know is 5, right? And so how do you select these films, and really more than anything, why are you so committed to doing this?
I love it. It's my field. This is what I love to do. I've always loved giving back to the community, and I always feel that Spanish Harlem lacks that the sense of having films being played in their community where people can come. People are always afraid to go uptown. Oh, we have to go uptown. Can it be like Midtown or downtown where it's kind of trendy? And I'm like, hey, in Barrio is just as trendy. We have the theaters alone are amazing. Wait till people come and see the films in these amazing 600-seat theaters. It's a hidden treasure. And so, I decided, hey, we have the sofrito, the sazon. Let's keep it up there where people can go check out films and eat our foods.
And you have Lauren Velez as your spokesperson.
That's
Lauren Velez from Dexter, by the way. If you don't know who she is, she's quite the experienced actor who has been consistent, right? Because that's important. It's very challenging to to remain consistent. And she's actually designing her own film of La Lupe, right?
Yes. I did the theater version.
Right,
She's
with
doing
her.
the film version, and she's a great friend. And she didn't hesitate once when I asked her, "Hey, what would you think if I was to ask you to be our spokesperson this year?" She said yes. She loved it.
That's so awesome. It's so awesome. And of course, it's Puerto Rican Heritage Month. Now, we have 3 ladies by your side, and this is the other beauty of, like, it's funny how it's women filmmakers repping right now. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so feeling this. So, how does the selection process even happen?
Well, for the first time, it's 3 years, but for the first time, I decided not to be involved in the selection process. It's difficult for me because every filmmaker has their own style of creating film,
right,
entertaining people. So I had 5 different judges this year that selected the films.
Nice. So you ladies, congratulations on being selected.
Thank you.
If you would introduce yourself and share a little bit about your film.
Yeah, I am Viviana Leo. My film is White Alligator. I co-produced it, wrote it, and starred in it. And Raquel Almazan is our director. And it's my story about being a light-skinned Puerto Rican. I'm from San Juan, and once I moved to the United States, I've always been questioned, and people didn't believe that I spoke Spanish, was Puerto Rican, could be Puerto Rican, and so it's about really identity coming in any color, any shape, any form.
Yeah, we're the original rainbow people. We are. We're the original rainbow people. We come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, right? And so it's a beautiful thing that you have this diversity, and actually we're sharing it with you guys. And that you can actually document that and share that with the generation that is probably going through something like that right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I mean, we're not even going to have.
We're mixed.
Exactly.
It's becoming
in a few
more and more
years.
mixed.
Yes.
Precisely.
Yeah, and so I'm just sharing it, as a Puerto Rican who's mixed, right? Now America is becoming more mixed. So it's like, we were there already.
Been there, done that.
Now we're going to talk. Now we're going to go from identity to another identity issue
Yeah.
over here, right? Because I already know what Yesenia is about. Yesenia is about becoming Ricardo.
Yes.
Why? Why do you want to become Ricardo?
Because I'm crazy. It's Becoming Ricardo. It's a web series, so we're part of the web series piece of the festival. And this is Jenny Ruiza. She's my co-producer, co-writer, co-everything.
Yep.
Like when I cry on this shoulder, on this one. Becoming Ricardo is basically, it's about this girl who's kind of like down and out and struggling actress, and she's trying to find like work of quality for Latinas specifically because she's Latina, and there pretty much isn't anything for the female Latinas, and there are so many for the male Latinos.
Right.
And so she sees something that's really great, and of course it's for a man, and she's a character actress, so she was like, well, why don't I just dress up like a man and try out for this show? So the whole thing of the show is that she actually gets the part, and it's like a Law and Order type of show. And so it's not now like she's like living this double crazy life, actually triple, because it's like
her life.
Yeah, it's her life, and then she's in the show. And so Ricardo has to play another person in the show. It's a huge mess, but it's like Tootsie meets I Love Lucy with a lot more Ricky Ricardo, which is the way I like to describe it.
Nice. And you also have Lisa in it,
yes, right? Lisa. She's in the show. She plays my mom. If anybody doesn't know who Lisa is, she's
If I Take You Home,
there we go.
Would you still be in love, baby?
Because I need you tonight. We are
Tonight.
so 80s, girls.
But she's awesome in it.
Yeah.
Like her comedy timing is so wonderful. It's so great to work with her.
Yeah, she's a joy to have on set. She's super down to earth. She tells us amazing stories. Awesome.
Yeah, man. She's really, really great. So she just kind of like completes the whole package.
This is so awesome. I just love the diversity of. I love what you're doing, Veronica.
Yes.
And I just, if you can, really quickly, can you just give us a general idea of what kind of films? Like, can you name some off really quick before we go?
Oh my God, El Boxeo, we have Lemon, documentary Lemon, we have Doing It in the Park, we have from Puerto Rico, El Clown. That's the opening feature for Wednesday night. We have, what else?
You also have the back roads, the Four Corners, right? The Four
Corners.
They were here on set. That's why I mentioned them. Yes, we had them, which is a great film.
We have horror film, animation. We have comedy, narrative, documentaries. I mean, you name it, we have them all.
Yeah, and you also have Close Your Eyes, which I'm really excited about.
Right,
that. I'm in that one now. I'm in the festival too. I'm super excited. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so how does a person actually get tickets for the film festival? Because they can actually get like a whole bunch of them, right? And just like visit the festival regularly, or they can just go to one film.
Yes, you can either purchase a full festival pass, which is an all-access pass, or you can purchase a daily pass, or even just a program screening pass. And the tickets are really inexpensive, and you can purchase them through www.iprhff3.eventbrite.com.
Okay, so you have to use the number 3.
You have to use, well, yes.
But they can get to it, right, because it's number 3.
It's number 3.
The third year, just in case you forget why it's 3. It's the third year. All right, well, thank you so much for being here, ladies. Thank you for, congratulations. I'll see you all on the red carpet next week.
There we go.
Yes. And we'll see you at the 2013 International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival, which is happening at various locations in NYC beginning November 13th. And for tickets, dates, and info and locations, you can always go to iprhff.com. All right, we'll be right back with the director of Times Like These after the break.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
I don't know what's happening. Start a new chat. What did I do? Okay. Wow. That is so weird.
Hey! Hi!
Oh my gosh. Hi! God, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so nervous. Gia, you're so big. Come closer to the camera. Wait, now you're in my face. That was so good.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today, I'm just an aluminum can, but one day, I could be a stadium.
Live with a human for a while, and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never, for the life of me, know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
This was me. And Mom and Dad. And my big brother Alex. And Jack. This was the day that I learned that sandals get their name from sand. And that the ocean is bigger than all of us. This was the day we all got to forget that I was sick. This was my wish.
Live with a human for a while, and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no...
Gilberto, por favor, dale gusto.
Hi, basta.
Where were you?
Don't worry about it.
Was that your sister on the phone?
Puta madre! Are you kidding me? Mind your own business.
She told me everything. She's expecting your child, Alberto. Please tell me that's not true.
You're a liar.
That's where you're going, isn't it? You're going to see her, right? You're not going to work, imbécil.
Eso es lo que quiere. ¿Ah? Dígame, ¿eso es lo que quiere?
Todo está bien, mi rey.
Ay, chica, te mereces más que ese pedazo de mierda, ¿me escucha?
Pero es que tú no entiendes.
¿Qué?
Mis hijos.
Esto tiene que parar. ¿No entiendes que estás poniendo en peligro tu vida y la vida de tus hijos? Ha llegado el momento. ¿Qué vas a esperar? ¿Que te encuentre muerta? No. Escúchame, tú eres una mujer valiente, coño.
Pero es que tengo miedo de lo que vaya a pasar conmigo. ¿Cómo voy a mantener a mis hijos?
Ya, basta. Marisol, you can do this. Now. Juntas.
And welcome back to the studio. We just saw a glimpse of Times Like These, a film about domestic violence. And to tell us more, we welcome director Lorena Gordon. Hello and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yes, welcome. I know we October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month,
Yes.
which is when I met you. You know, which
Yep.
we were actually screening the trailer. Just share a little bit about your film and what inspired you to do this, or I guess convey this message.
This message.
Yeah.
Well, I always knew I wanted to share my mother's story, just because I had never seen it before in a film. So I felt it was a very powerful story. That, you know, it goes beyond just domestic violence, but you know, the strength of a woman. So I wanted to share that with audiences, and surprisingly, there have been like a lot of messages to people who can still relate to it or have been survivors themselves that say thank you for sharing this message. So it's been very compelling to get those reactions from people.
Well, you know, in just watching it, and while we got a glimpse of the physical aspect of it, right?
Yes.
There's children in the actual image as well,
Yes.
which I'm going to assume represents you and your brother, who I
Yes.
met. And so, in some aspect, you're a domestic violence survivor.
Yes.
How has that impacted who you've become into making films about this topic?
Wow. Just because you've had firsthand experience, I think it kind of gives you a different perspective from someone who hasn't experienced it before. And it kind of gives it that realism when you're making the film and trying to really keep it authentic and raw as possible.
How difficult was that for you to actually tell the truth? I mean, it's semi-autobiographical.
Yeah.
And you have it documented, and I'm just saying because you know that the truth. There's no mask. There's no behind closed doors.
Exactly.
I mean, you put it out there.
I did. Yes. It kind of started when I was writing it, just kind of like reliving all that. But once I kind of like we were on set and making it, it just felt like that's what I wanted to do, and I've been waiting so long to make it happen that it's fine. You know, I'm willing to open that part of my life to hopefully inspire other women and help them out.
And how did it impact your mother, being the actual topic?
Oh, wow. She was a little bit surprised and I think overwhelmed with the whole process. I think she just thought it was an idea and that it would never actually, come to life. But no, she's very thrilled and emotional with, the subject matter and hopefully getting the message across and helping, women out there as well.
Now, you know, domestic violence, and I'm going really deep into the topic because, you know, I'm a domestic violence survivor, and I'm also a domestic violence awareness advocate, and the fact that you actually put a film out there that documents it from a place of because she gets away, and she in turn, you know, you see the strength of who she is, not the victimization of who she is. And I think that's the message that I'm trying to get out, is like, you know, there's something that to gain from certain experiences. Not that we hope that anybody goes through it, but, you know, you don't have to stay in that hole.
Yes. Yeah, I was very conscious when making the film not to have her just as a victim, but, you know, have her overcome that, and really we're rooting for her at the end, and she ultimately, you know, musters up the courage and is strong enough to leave, you know, and start a new life really with nothing besides her kids. Yeah.
That's brave.
Yeah.
That's brave.
Very.
That's, you know, and I think what you've done is very brave. It's very brave. And you know, power to the women today, people. I'm going to say it again. Power to the women. Yes, because, you know, you're just putting it out there. Now, this is a full length, right?
It's a short film
it's
for
short.
right now, yes.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
so where are you going to be screening it?
We're going to aim to take it to festivals and hopefully have some special screenings at domestic violence like shelters and across the country. Hopefully try to get it seen by as many people as possible.
Which is very important. So how far along are you in the completion?
We're anticipating sometime in the spring of 2014.
Okay.
It'll all be done.
Women's History Month.
Yes.
Just to mention, yeah. Women's History Month. That's a good, you know,
it is a
coming
good
out.
one, yes.
And I think that's a great concept to actually go to the domestic violence, you know, shelters or organizations and actually have it be you know, screened by them. Now, you know, there's another part that leaves its, you know, there's a sensitivity to just even seeing that. Like right now, my daughter was in the studio and she got really, you know, emotional and had to be taken out because of the violence that is depicted. How difficult was that for you to capture?
Well, luckily I had my whole cast was amazing. I adore them. But we really rehearsed it with Nancy and Jason and really talked about what we were trying to, you know, convey and what we wanted to depict very carefully and how we were going to go about that. So it was a lot of rehearsal and trying to really get it right and not be, you know, too blunt and too brutal with it, but, you know, kind of convey the message, but, you know, settle away.
So just, you know, before we go, just to share with everybody, you wrote this piece.
Yes.
And what's your experience in filmmaking?
Well, I started making films when I was like 8, and then I went to film school, and after that I worked on a film with Ben Stiller and Martin Scorsese, so I've had good mentors for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
High five, girlfriend. I just want to make sure everybody understood.
Yes.
You know, it's not just somebody who picked up a camera and said, boom, I'm going to shoot.
No. Absolutely
No, awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much for having
Congratulations
me.
on everything. Absolutely. And so where can people go to keep up with the information, the update, or where you're actually going to screen it?
Sure. We have our Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/timeslikethesefilm. As well as a website, so you'll find it there, and you'll get all the information. We post pictures, updates, everything you
Awesome.
can imagine.
Thank
All right?
you.
Thank you so
Lorena
much
Gordon.
for having me.
Woo, yes.
Thank
All
you.
right. Once again, for more on Times Like These, check out their Facebook page, facebook.com/timeslikethesefilm. Coming up next, Sports Roundup with Bobby C. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, this is Jeff Fox for 107.5 WBLS. And when I get off the radio, I check out my man, the Dr. Bob Lee and Cool Clyde. It's open on BronxNet. I never miss it.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
This was me. And Mom and Dad. And my big brother Alex. And Jack. This was the day that I learned that sandals get their name from sand. and that the ocean is bigger than all of us. This was the day we all got to forget that I was sick. This was my wish.
Let's begin on the NBA hardwood, where the New York Knicks opened the season with a split before returning home last Sunday to host Minnesota. We go inside the locker room for more.
Especially when you come into the game holding your first two opponents, about 82 points a game. And granted, this is a good team. This team is well balanced. With Love anchoring everything, and I thought Martin really had his way tonight as well. You can't let two guys come in our arena and get 30 points. That can't happen.
We gave ourselves a chance. I think we cut it 3 or something, 4 or something like that too. Actually, gave ourselves a chance, to get back in the game, to actually win the basketball game. And just some things didn't go our way.
It's just, sometimes you gotta dust the cobwebs off. So, our starters are gonna step it up. They're just dusting the cobwebs off. It's early in the season. Rotations are still being figured out. And as guys get comfortable in their rotations, you're gonna see a really good Knicks team. So it's just a moment, just a matter of time.
The Knicks dropped Sunday's final 109-100. That's what a double-digit deficit in the first quarter can do to a team. The Orange and Blue didn't muster much more on Tuesday, Bronx night at MSG, when the Knicks welcomed Charlotte and Bronx native Kemba Walker back to the Garden. Walker and the Cats topped the Knicks 102-97, the team's third straight loss. Walker starred in another homecoming, light up at the Garden for 25 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Knicks, who lost center Tyson Chandler for 4 to 6 weeks with a fracture in his right fibula, will be in Charlotte tonight. Back home at the Garden on Sunday for a noon start against San Antonio. A tough schedule awaits the Knicks, and the loss of Chandler, the team's best defensive player, isn't going to make things any easier. It may not have been easy for the Nets last Friday night when they welcomed the reigning champ Miami Heat to the Barclays Center, but a win is a win. The Nets held off a furious comeback attempt in the final minute and a half by the Heat for a 101-100 victory in their home opener, the debut of a new cast. We go back inside the locker room for more. Check this out.
You can't play defense on everybody. We have a lot of first option guys who led teams, who scored a bunch of points on different teams, a lot of talent on the squad, and we know that our strength is in numbers. Defensively is what we're trying to focus on. We're trying to, hold teams to certain points, certain percentages, and Jason's giving us goals throughout each quarter, and we're trying to reach those goals.
We had so many different looks throughout the game. I think it was a little preview of the different looks we can throw out during the season. We can really play any way and match any team in that regard.
We had a bad start in the third quarter in Cleveland, and we really don't want to let that happen again. So, guys made a point, to come out and try to be a little bit more aggressive on both ends.
We'll get into the flow. We'll get it back, and we're going to do what we're supposed to do. These are the times that, unfortunately, it's early for us, but these are the times where you really have to stick together, stay with what you're doing, and really believe in it.
We've earned, being other teams' home openers. We've earned that. It's just nothing new. We play this game for competition, and we get the best competition every night, and that's what we want.
The Nets weren't able to build off the win, dropping last Sunday's matchup in Orlando 107-86, a shocker. Brooklyn jumped back into the win column Tuesday at home, topping Utah 104-88. The Nets will be in Washington tonight and home for Indiana on Saturday night. With the back-to-back on the schedule, Nets head coach Jason Kidd said veteran Kevin Garnett will play Friday, but may sit Saturday. Kidd, a recent NBA veteran himself, is focused on protecting his older stars and keeping them fresh. After the back-to-back, the Nets will have a few days off before resuming action
happen later next week. Locally, Fordham basketball will kickstart the regular season tonight at Rose Hill. The women tip at 6 p.m. and the men follow at 8:30. Women will face San Francisco, and the men draw St. Francis in their home openers, which will be televised on SNY if you can't make it down to Fordham tonight. As always, you can check out FordhamSports.com for more information on the Rams and for ticket availability. Make it 9-0 for Fordham football, the toast of the Bronx these days on the local sports scene. The Rams came from behind to stay perfect last week, edging Holy Cross 32-30. Mike Niebrick and Stephen Hodge were honored by the Patriot League as Offensive and Defensive Players of the Week. The Rams will look to go 10-0 this Saturday at Rose Hill when they welcome Bucknell for their final home game of the season. That's a 1 p.m. kickoff. On the NFL gridiron, the New York Jets collected a win last weekend as well. Gang Green had the New Orleans Saints saying, "Who dat?" Let's take a look.
Yeah, I mean, just a big win. Everybody played together, came out to fight. We want to get back on track after last week played terrible. Just want to get back on track for Jets football.
And my groove is just all about. It's a collective thing, man. And I think everybody was on the same page today. We did film study this week as a group, and everybody just took care of the job, did what they had to do. One, we knew they weren't that good against the run, and we ended up dialing up a couple good plays. We had the right scheme against their defenses.
I think that's just Chris having faith in us. A lot of times, those type of blocks don't come easy. You got to be able to trust the guy next to you, and things got to happen accordingly. And we believe in each other up front, so. We're just able to get there. Well, we know he's capable of that. We know if we give him time and we get after it up front, he's going to make them pay. And he runs behind his pads and he gets it done. He finishes runs, and that's a momentum builder for us.
It was just big, coming from last week. We had a rough outing. A lot of people wrote us off. With Drew Brees and a high-powered Saints offense coming in. A lot of people might have expected the worst, but we always believed in ourselves. We had a target on our back today. We just came out and just played just our football, executed, came out with a win.
What a game for running back Chris Ivory against his former team. The Jets will now have a bye week to enjoy the victory and then return to action next weekend at Buffalo. It's Buffalo and then Baltimore on the road for the Jets. If they keep running like that, they'll be able to beat any team in the NFL. The 2-6 New York Football Giants are fresh off their bye week and winners of 2 straight. They'll take on the Oakland Raiders at 1 p.m. this Sunday at MetLife Stadium. That's always a fun matchup with the way the passionate Raider fans travel. We'll see if the Giants can win 3 in a row. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. On the gridiron, New York Giants wide receiver Victor Cruz returned to practice Thursday. He looked very different in a red no-contact jersey number 8 instead of his customary number 80. Teammates joked with Cruz, who will still wear the number 80 when the G-men hit the field this Sunday following a week-and-a-half layoff. Cruz is bouncing back nicely from a neck injury, while teammate running back David Wilson will be lost for the season. He was put on injured reserve Thursday. Running back Andre Brown was activated from the IR and will take his place in the rotation. With Tyson Chandler sidelined on the Knicks bench, head coach Mike Woodson said the team is considering playing forward Andrea Bargnani extended minutes at center. We'll see what happens there. On the ice, the New York Rangers have won 5 of their last 6, including a 4-2 final last night in Columbus. The Broadway Blue Shirts are starting to put things together. They also pounded Pittsburgh 5-1 Wednesday night. Up next, the Rangers will face Florida at home on Sunday at 7 p.m. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for an early season Knick update. Knick fans, things are not looking so good at the moment, and this includes orange and blue fans of the Knick City Dancers. They weren't doing much dancing on Tuesday night at the Garden. The dancers, who normally perform several times a game during halftime and timeouts, did not perform one single routine and were nowhere to be found at half. Apparently an order that came down from the big boss, James Dolan. You can tell there's trouble in paradise when there's no dancing on Broadway, folks. The Knicks are turning the ball over way too many times. They don't get to the free throw line enough and allow their opponents to get to the charity stripe far too often. And where have the threes gone? Mike Woodson is going to have to make some quick adjustments on the fly if this time the team is going to get back to stepping. I'm still sticking with the lack of floor general leadership and not enough dynamic guard play. This team misses J.R. Smith. I think that they can hold up somewhat with Smith back in the fold, but don't expect that hot start that we saw last year to get the season rolling, and don't be surprised if the Knicks remain in a funk. It may take a minute for the orange and blue to get their groove back. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. We got more open coming up right after this.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give.
Advocate. Volunteer. Live United. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything...
It is I, Cruz Zinkelpel. Okay, time for cake.
It's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Guru. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Hello, welcome back to Open. We are kicking off the energy for the weekend. It's now time for our Open Artist Spotlight.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
Our open artist hails from New Jersey and claims to be interested in making people bang their walls on the walls. Ooh, you're going to be the judge of that. Please welcome to our open stage, Jukebox Romance! Woo!
This was called The Outsiders. We dedicate this to Matt. Let's go! Everybody wants to leave behind the troubles that they caused. Life is getting just a little short. Let's sharpen up our claws tonight. Let's fight and realize the bright light is burning through the night. And we won't stop until we've won. Until we've won. We're gonna fight this fight until it's right. We're gonna put our hearts into tonight. Together we stand, divided we fall. Let's scream our rebel call. Let's lead a revolt. Let's make some noise for the teenage girl without a choice. For the runaway king with the blazing guns. Let's play pretend, but not for fun. But not for fun. Yeah. All my life I've been searching for something, despite the fact that I've been doomed to nothing. Same kind of crazy, roaring my disrupting the birds of a mouth on this world's corrupt tonight. Let's fight and realize the bright light is burning through the night. And we won't stop until we've won. Until we've won. We're gonna fight this fight until it's right. We're gonna put our hearts into tonight. Together we stand, divided we fall. Let's scream our rebel call. Let's lead a revolt. Let's make some noise for the teenage girl without a choice. For the runaway king with the blazing guns. Let's play pretend, but not for fun. But not for fun. Yeah. Break it down! Everybody wants to leave behind the troubles that they've caused. Life is getting just a little short. Let's sharpen up our claws tonight. Let's burn through the night. Yeah. And we won't stop until we've won. And we won't stop until we've won. Until we've won. We're gonna fight this fight until it's right. We're gonna put our hearts into tonight. Together we stand, divided we fall. Let's scream our rebel call. Let's lead a revolt. Let's make some noise for the teenage girl without a choice. For the runaway king with the blazing guns. Let's play pretend, but not for fun. But not for fun. Yeah. Go. Not for fun!
Jukebox Romance! Woo! If you weren't awake, you're awake now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the wake-up call. No more café con leche for today. What's your name?
I'm Kenny.
Kenny and
This is Gabriel.
Gabriel.
That's Rita.
Rita.
That's Sabino.
And
Anthony.
And Jerome. All right, and you are Jukebox Romance.
Yes, we are.
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together since August, so only
Since
a little bit of time.
August?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
are you guys longtime buddies?
Yes. Yes.
That's what it is, right? So you just like had that instantaneous chemistry.
Yes.
Yeah. So where do you guys rehearse? Whose garage?
In a basement, actually. Yeah.
All right. So you guys formed this band in August, right?
Yes.
And you all seem to be of diverse background as well, which is really interesting. So who's the one that decided it was going to be rock?
We all, yeah.
Yeah.
We all just started playing something. I was like, oh, okay, sounds good. Let's play it.
Right.
Yeah.
So who's the music maker?
Everybody.
Everybody. So it's a collaborative effort.
Yes.
Writing music, everything. That's pretty cool. I like that you have a girl on guitar.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing too. So.
Yeah, that's what's up. All you guys are amazing. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm like awake. You know, I was back there going like this.
Yeah,
So
I saw
was
you.
like, yeah. So thank you for coming all the way to the Bronx from Jersey.
No problem.
That
Anytime.
is so what's up. So where are you guys touring? Are you performing anywhere?
We're just going anywhere in Bloomfield, New York, pretty much anywhere that wants to accept us. So.
All right. So can I ask? Do you mind if I ask how old you guys are?
Sure. Well, all right. Well, we're starting off with the oldest. So Jerome and I are both 18.
Oh my goodness, they're so old.
Yeah.
We're starting off with the oldest. Oh, okay.
And Gabe is 17.
17.
And these two are the youngest. Are both 16.
Nice. This is so awesome. So you guys are in high school, right?
Well, Jerome and I were in college.
Right.
already.
Oh, right. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I was like thinking. I mean, they're the oldest. Of course, they're in college. What am I thinking? But okay, the reason I asked is because you guys are in school, and yet you're committed to doing this. And how does this complement your studies? How does it complement just being committed, right?
Yeah. Well, it makes me better in my studies. Like I have time. Free
Pero
time.
mírate para allá because you speak Spanish?
Yes, I do.
Oh, look at that. I didn't even know. I was like, mírate para allá, and you got it. All right.
Okay.
Well.
Well, it complements my studies because I have free time to play the music that I love doing with my best friends. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, more so than anything is because it's like something additional to commit yourself to worry about time, to actually meet deadlines, and so you're already dealing with that in school, right? Especially you,
Yes,
Professor, in college now. It's like I can only imagine midterms and all that other stuff, right?
Oh, don't even get me started.
All right. So we don't have to go there. We don't have to go there, right? Even though we're getting near the holidays. However, the fact that you guys just came and rocked it out, and you've only been together in August, it just speaks volumes about who you guys are as characters, your characters. Who you are in your contribution to humanity, right?
Yeah.
Even though you make a lot of noise early in the morning.
Of course.
I loved it.
Thank you. We actually love being here too. So.
Oh, thank you for being here. So, if there was someone young watching right now that was interested in, doing what you guys did, right? What would you give them as a piece of advice?
Be original. And just go for it. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, but there's a certain commitment, and there's a certain communication and an understanding of the people that you're around. Just elaborate a little bit more, because I know you guys don't always make rehearsals on time. Come on. You guys are at rehearsals on time all the time?
Especially not me, no.
No.
Nah.
And it could get frustrating. Right?
It could.
But if you stick to your guns, you get things done. So just tell me a little bit about that. Just what you guys go through real quick.
Well, usually I'm the latest because I'm always coming home from university really late. And they're always early and always giving me trouble how I come late.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you all work together.
Yeah,
That's
we all
really
work
what
together.
I was getting at. That's where I was getting at. All right, so before we go, just tell me where you guys are performing tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're performing in Butler, New Jersey for Architect Records. It's actually a little concert, so check in.
Nice. And you're going to play us out tonight, right?
Of course.
I mean, tonight. Look, I'm thinking it's tonight. It's still morning. Well, anyway, you guys are watching this tonight anyway. All right, so once again, this is Jukebox Romance. And you guys are going to play us out as well.
Yes, of course.
All right. So once again, for more on Jukebox Romance, you can check out their Facebook page by going to facebook.com/jukeboxromance. Whew. And if you want to see more of them, they're playing at the Architect Live Avenue on Boonton Avenue in Butler. That's in Jersey, and that's happening Saturday, November 9th at 7 p.m. That is our show today, people. Thank you to all our guests for coming through, and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. Be sure to check out the recablecast tonight and throughout the weekend here on BronxNet, and 24 hours a day at bronxnet.org. Once again, I'm Rina Valentin. And from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide peace, prosperity, and love. Mwah. Happy Puerto Rican Heritage Month to my fellow Boricuas. Mwah. Adios. Jukebox Romance.
Yeah.
Go, take it away. Woo.
Let's go! This is my redemption, changing me, starting with my reflection, beaten down with no direction, forced into the tournament we're respecting. Look at me, tell me what you see, tell me is it worth the pain inflicted on me? But at the end of the day, it's my decision to make. You either get on my team or you get out of my way, to a place where no one else is found. Build it up to burn it down to the ground. You're all alone but you're not by yourself. Close your eyes, listen up, we just hit our help. Coming up, are you ready to fight? The monster side of me is coming out tonight. Make it's like to make things right, but at the end of the day, it's my decision to make. You either get on my team or you get out of my way, to a place where no one else is found. Build it up, then burn it down to the ground. You're all alone, but you're not by yourself. Close your eyes, listen up, and just hear the help. Are you ready to fight? Build it up and burn it down tonight. You're all alone, but you're not by yourself. Close your eyes, listen up, and just hear the help. Yeah! Thank you.